I'd like for you to consider a word today, and the word is patience. Again, the word is patience. Webster's dictionary defines the word patience as able to remain calm and not become annoyed when waiting for a long period of time or when dealing with problems or difficult people. Webster's dictionary goes on to give a fuller definition of the word patience as bearing pains or trials calmly or without complaint. And those are some great definitions that we're going to look at a little bit more in just a moment. But before I do, I'd like to share with you two quotes that are out there in the world. The first one comes from the Bible, and it says, "For in this hope we were saved. But hope that is seen is no hope at all. Who hopes for what they already have? But if we hope for what we do not yet have, then we wait for it patiently." And another great quote in the world says that patience is not the ability to wait, but how you act while you're waiting. And I think that that is the most important point, that last section of that quote, which says, "But how you act while you're waiting." You see, there's a lot of things to learn in the process of learning how to have patience. And in the dictionary definition, if we were to go back just a moment for patience, it's able to remain calm and not become annoyed. So many of us become annoyed when we have to have patience. So many of us want to get to our desired goal. So many of us just want to check things off our to-do list and be able to say, we've done that, accomplished that, feels good, feels good, feels good. And so, when problems arise, and by the way, everybody has problems. So when problems arise or when speed bumps get in the way of where you are today and where you ultimately are trying to get to in the future, there's going to be things that are going to occur. And patience is a tremendous ability. This word patience has so much truth and so much growth opportunity for both you and I packed away and hidden inside of it. You see, a wise person once said that if you had the ability to have patience while you were waiting for a desired goal, if you had patience, that patience would build something inside of you called perseverance. And that ultimately, if you could persevere while you're patiently waiting to get to a desired goal, if that perseverance were able to build up inside of you even more, that perseverance would ultimately shape your character. And all of us want to grow in character. All of us would like to build that, but few of us realize that it starts way at the beginning with learning this powerful word called patience. That patience produces the opportunity for perseverance inside of us to grow, and that perseverance inside of us allows the opportunity for our character to be shaped and built into something that's extremely, extremely strong. And so I know that it's a challenge, but it's such a powerful word. That's why I was so excited to share this real truth word that produces growth of patience. You see, everything in life has a gestation period. Some things have a longer gestation period and some things have a shorter gestation period. And while most of us would like things to be much, much shorter, there's greatness that comes from long gestation periods. You see, you also have to recognize that while you're in the period of having patience to get to where you're trying to get to, there's an opportunity for you to be aware of some things called prevailing conditions. If you can become aware of these prevailing conditions, your growth will become amplified. And so let me give you an example of what I mean by this. We've all recognized and seen a flower grow. And what's important to recognize about a flower is that the sun does not cause the flower to grow, and that rain does not cause a flower to grow, and that fertilizer does not cause a flower to grow, and the dirt that the flower is planted in does not cause the flower to grow. However, and I hope that you pay attention to this point very, very clearly. However, when all of the conditions are appropriate, the sun, the water, the fertilizer, and the dirt, when all of the conditions are there at the right time in the right amount, the flower will become what the flower was already predestined to become anyways. You see, and the same thing is true for you. That if you can pay attention to the prevailing conditions, the sunshine, the rain, the fertilizer, and the dirt, and in this case in your life that could be inspiration, motivation, patience, perseverance, character building, whatever it may be, when the right conditions are appropriate and when the prevailing conditions are there, you too can become what you are already predestined to become anyways. And so patience, this powerful word, gives us the opportunity to look around and pay attention to and see and hear and feel what these conditions are that allow us to grow and become what we are already predestined to become. I love this word patience. I don't love having to walk through it, but I love the growth that it produces inside of me. And I challenge you to sit in the patience, look around, pay attention, and recognize the conditions that are around you that's going to allow you to become who you're predestined to become. And I'm so excited for you to walk through that process. And so before I leave you with these thoughts on the word patience, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions. Number one, how has this word patience shaped your view of the world? How has this word patience shaped your view of the world? Number two, how has this word patience shaped the way you interact and build your personal relationships? How has this word patience shaped the way that you build and grow your personal relationships? And number three, how could you utilize your new awareness of the word patience to unlock some hidden capacity that is within you? How could you utilize your new awareness of this word patience to unlock some hidden capacity that still sits inside of you? Patience is such a strong word. I hope that you recognize that patience can produce perseverance, and that perseverance can ultimately help shape your character. There's some real truth packed away in this word. Congratulations for walking through it. And always remember to ride the wave of life, and always play big.